Hey there guys, my name is Runaway5. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of excuse me, League of Legends Ranked Climb on Machinima Realm. Be sure to check out the links below for my channel if you like what you see and see more goodies there, and my stream and etc. So today we're going to talk about junglers, warding, sort of map awareness and ganking. Just showing some game footage here of me playing Sejuani. And now there's a big rumor going around town that junglers shouldn't ward, or something along the lines of this. Junglers shouldn't ward or something. I don't know. It's so crazy I don't even remember. Anyway, the issue is that junglers don't think they should have to ward, or they don't enough. Either way, ganking a lane, depending on how the game is going, it's so situational. I can hardly even tell you how to do it. If top lane's pushed, mid lane's pushed, and bot lane's pushed, and you're like, oh man, I have nowhere to gank. You take a look down at your map there. See anybody? See any other junglers popping up in any places? If you're bot lane and someone's being ganked top lane and you can't even help them, just start counter jungling. People don't really counter jungle. Let's say through pretty much up to platinum. Yeah, I'm platinum right now, and if I see something going on top and aw dang, there's nothing I can do top, I'll counter jungle, or I'll help push a lane or gank it. But if I can't, I'll probably counter jungle. You should be sure to do that. And while you're doing that, hopefully you've purchased your, what we talked about last time, your one ward from just backing anything. I usually take a ward myself for when I do counter jungle or try to steal a buff. If I see my blue come up, and that's usually right around the time theirs is about to come up, I'll run in there if I know where they are, and I'll ward it, and then I'll try to smite steal it, or just ward to cover myself, etc. Junglers definitely need to ward. If your entire team is warding well and paying attention to map awareness, all the power to you. I guess you don't really have to buy a ward, and you know everything, because it's all about information for gankers. Totally, completely. If you can get away with tower dives, as long as you know where the mid laner is, the top laner is, or if people are missing, you may not want to tower dive because they could be coming down to gank that lane, etc. So definitely, as a jungler, be sure to buy a ward or two. Even though your farm is low, don't worry about it. Just please buy wards. Junglers, please. It's amazing what you can do for a lane that doesn't buy wards, because this is solo queue, so they will not be buying wards. That is horseshit. So definitely buy wards for other people, and you'll find yourself not having to watch a lane as much because they've escaped just from seeing a gank coming. That's craziness. Also, when you're counter jungling, you can take your ward, place it deep, and that's going to give you tons of information on where their jungler is, or if, you know, it's good. You should do it. Please, for the love of God, do it. Which brings me to the topic of map awareness. Buying wards and not looking at your map is apparently very hard for a lot of League of Legends players. So I'm glad you're warding, but please look at your map. These are just little basic tips, I know, and it feels like you should know all of this, and I'm sorry for rehashing anything. But as a jungler, definitely pay attention to just do warding deep and then paying attention to the map. That's pretty much that's it. Like, if all lanes are pushed and you can't do a gank, counter jungle if you know where the enemy jungler is. Or if you don't know where the enemy jungler is and all the lanes are pushed and you have nowhere to gank, go to the most obvious. If you put yourself in the shoes of the other jungler and be like, okay, look at my lanes. If I was going to gank a lane on one of my teammates, who would be the juiciest target? And that is one of my favorite things to do, is to swap places, sort of, you know, which lane would I gank, and then just sort of stay near that lane for the next so odd until it's safe. So they stop your lane stops being dumb until it's safe. Otherwise, because I counter gank all the time, that's how all my counter ganks work. A lot of first bloods come from that. Like, wow, this guy's really overextended. He's up against somebody with a stun. Seems pretty easy. Or if there's somebody's flashes down, you can sort of hover around that area. So just use a little common sense. Make sure you know where everybody is on the map before you do something like a tower dive or what have you. Unless it's a sure thing. Counter jungle if you know where the enemy is and you can't get there, and be sure to counter gank a lane that you would definitely gank if you were the enemy jungler. It works like a charm, totally. So I'd like to thank you for watching this episode of Ranked Climb. As at the end of this game, the Sejuani game, I'm just messing around. I'm still plat 5, but I have 73 points up from 0. So that's like a 1900 at Full King. Alright, thumbs up. Just kind of running the clock on this this season. I don't think I have enough time to get Diamond. If I played my butt off, maybe Diamond 5 in 20 days. That'd be crazy. But have a good rest of this good rest of the day, and happy Thanksgiving to my fellow Canadians that are having a nice, safe, hopefully safe Thanksgiving. And be sure to honor your supports if they do well. Have a good rest of the day.